So this video is going to be on the Bastrop County tax sale process. This happens quarterly. Um, if someone is delinquent on their property taxes, at a certain point, the county seizes essentially the property and puts it up for auction on the county courthouse steps. It happens quarterly, so the first one I think was February, and then there was one in June, August, and then the last one for 2024 was yesterday, on November 5th, and then we'll start the process again in 2025. And so if you are interested in um, bidding on some of this property, and it's definitely worth looking into because there's some great deals to be had. So you'll want to go through the MVBA law website. They are a law firm that the county contracts with to hold the auctions. The process is pretty easy, pretty simple. You'll go to MVBA tax sales, and you go just on their homepage, in-person tax sales, upcoming tax sales. Bastrop again already passed, but they will publish in the new year. They'll publish a list of the dates, and then when they're coming up, the properties will actually be put over here. Now, luckily, I saved a copy yesterday, and so we can review what was up for bid and what they ended up actually closing for. A couple of important things to keep in mind. You have to be there in person. You have to pay with a cashier's check, certified funds, and that money has to be there. You have to pay within 2 hours of bidding closing. You go in, the auction started at 10, so at 9 you were able to register. You just go to the county courthouse. You'll see a bunch of people out there. You go in the front door, and there'll be a place where you sign up. They'll need to see your driver's license, and they'll give you a yellow card, and that's going to be your card that you can bid with. Again, this is a tax foreclosure sale. This is not a mortgage foreclosure by a bank. That's handled different ways. So again, it's got to be certified funds. You got to pay up quickly. You are getting a sheriff's deed without warranty, so you are not guaranteed a clean title. There may be other people that have a claim to it. There may be liens on the property. There may be liens from a bank. There may be liens from other debts that the property owner had. And it may be difficult to obtain title insurance for these types of properties. So you want to do your research beforehand if you can. The other thing to keep in mind is that the original owner has a right of redemption. It's 2 years if it was their homestead or it was agricultural land, and it's 180 days for all other property. They do have to pay a redemption premium, so even if they do, you may still be able to make money like that. But again, you're getting this very much as is, buyer beware. It's not like purchasing a property through an agent and going through a title company where all the boxes are being checked, I's dotted, T's crossed, and making sure that you have a clean title and there's no issues. So you want to do your homework beforehand, and this video is at least a good introduction to that. So there were 47 properties that were up for sale yesterday. And again, this will be published ahead of time. If you get there early, you can get a paper copy. The first one was the first two were mobile homes, just mobile homes. They ended up not reaching the minimum bid, so they weren't sold. The second one was this property up here in Elgin. And this was a pretty interesting property. So minimum bid, it started at it started at 50,000 and ended up selling for 90,000 or 93,000. And you want to do your research beforehand. There we go. And take a look at the property. So this was this one or 0.8 acres, owned by SB Thomas on Thomas Road. And this could, have some good potential. It is in the city of Elgin. It's right off of 290 on pretty much the frontage road there. There's a hotel right nearby. It might be another place where you can put something like that. Could be a good opportunity for a store. Um, the county, according to the tax assessor, they said that property, primarily the values in the land, but it was worth 227,000. So even if it's worth 180,000, say 50,000 below whatever the county thinks, um, well, this person got it at a 50% discount. So that could be a really good deal. This next property was in Bastrop. And it's right off of College Street, so also the frontage road for 71. This property over here, the county said it's just some raw land. And the county said it was worth 159,000, and bidding started at 23. It ended up going for double that at 46,000. Now, any property that you're going to bid on, I would highly recommend you at least go in person beforehand and take a look at it. We want to make sure. Well, what do you plan to do with it, right? If it's in the city, you want to check out what the zoning is for it. Um, you also want to make sure it's not in a floodplain. You want to see what the surrounding areas are like. You can, do a quick and dirty, just look on Google Maps on the street view. It looks like it's going to be this area over here. Well, what's the setback? How buildable is it? There's a lot of things to consider over here. But that looks like it could be a pretty good option. The next one, and the majority of these, honestly, a lot of these are going to be lots in Tahitian Village. Very common. Many of the people bought these lots. If you actually go back and look at um, the deed records on the CAD website on the appraisal district, a lot of them, maybe they were bought in the 80s, and they may have spent $1,000 on the lot. And the taxes right now could be $1,000 a year. That's in addition to $200 in road fees, other fines that may have piled up. So again, keep in mind there may be other taxes owed. This was only for the 2023 taxes, so could be 2024 taxes was still owed. Could be that there are other fees like from the HOA that that are owed as well. So take a look. It was this Cardenas slot. I think both of these ended up being for sale. Well, again, especially in Tahitian Village, you really want to make sure you do your homework first before bidding. Before bidding on this. This lot ended up going for 20,000, and well, it's next to these um, WCID lots, which sometimes indicates these are oftentimes drainage lots. So could be these are as well. Could be they're great buildable lots with a guaranteed green space right next to them. But you want to at least go out and take a look at them, I don't walk the lot, but at least walk along the road and get an idea of is it flat? Is the road paved? Is there Uh, is there infrastructure? Is there electric and water in place there? If you see a house across the street, that's a good indication. This area is being developed. I know it's not now, but mm, I don't know if I would pay 20,000 for these lots. But it's not a terrible. It's not certainly not buildable now, but it's not a terrible investment. Um, and then a lot of these are withdrawn, so someone went and paid the taxes for them beforehand, so they were redeemed. About half of them, and that happens pretty often. More Tahitian Village lots. Some more property in Elgin. There was an Indian Lake, a Lake Thunderbird one. More Tahitian. This one I wasn't sure what happened with. I thought they didn't bid on it. Um, Pope Bend, but overall, I think the purchasers probably got pretty good a pretty good deal on most of these. Obviously, the more popular it gets, the more people you're going to have bidding. But I don't always see um, the same people there every time. And there's definitely opportunities. So, get this sheet beforehand. The next one will be in March, and take your time, do your research. You can call up the you can call up the office here. I found them to be very helpful. Um, and yeah, do your due diligence. But if you're looking to get into investing, or you're looking to buy some properties and get a great deal, I have a lot of sellers. I have one in Tahitian who bought like 40 lots, maybe 10 years ago, and has made some, at tax sales, and has made some really, really nice returns. Those same opportunities may not be there, but there's other opportunities that are always arising. If you have any questions about this, or if you're looking to purchase or sell um, any properties in Bastrop County, surrounding areas, I'm your man. I'd love to help get you a great deal, sell your property for a great price, and just give you a great customer experience overall. My name is Judah Ross with Bastrop Real Estate Group, and you can reach me at 512-998-1957. Thank you so much.